On May 18, 1974, India conducted its first nuclear test, which was a significant milestone in the country's history. The idea of developing nuclear weapons in India dates back to the 1940s when India's leading scientists, including Homi Bhabha, initiated a nuclear research program. However, it wasn't until the 1960s when the military became interested in the nuclear program that the government allocated substantial funding for its development. The test was conducted in the Pokhran test range in the Rajasthan desert, which was an ideal location for such an experiment. The test was codenamed Smiling Buddha, and it involved a nuclear device with a yield of 12 kilotons of TNT. The test was carried out in utmost secrecy, and only a handful of top officials were aware of its execution. The government announced the test 2 days later on May 20, 1974, to the surprise of the international community. The nuclear test had significant political implications for India. It was a clear message to the world that India was a significant player in the international arena and that it had the capability to develop nuclear weapons. The test also had strategic implications, as India could now protect itself from external threats more effectively. However, the test also had adverse consequences. The international community was quick to condemn India for its action, and several countries imposed sanctions on India, including the United States. The test also created tensions with neighboring Pakistan, which initiated its own nuclear weapons program in response. In conclusion, India's first nuclear test, Smiling Buddha, was a significant milestone in the country's history. It demonstrated India's nuclear capability and marked a shift in the country's nuclear policy. However, it also had far-reaching consequences, including international condemnation and the initiation of a nuclear arms race with Pakistan. Today, India is recognized as a nuclear power, and its nuclear policy is guided by principles of restraint and responsibility.